All right, well, thank you all for joining us here this evening for the council meeting for Monday, August 10th. Before we get started with the formal council meeting this evening, we hold our work session. And this is a time for the council to review the items that are on the agenda, ask any final questions of staff, get any clarification that they may need before the regular meeting starts, which will be at 16:30. During the work session, no formal votes are taken. Any official action by the council will be done during the regular meeting in an open session as each agenda item is called. So basically, this work session just allows us to be better prepared, better informed, and ready to conduct the business of the city. So having said that, I'd like to call the meeting or the work session to order and announce that we do have a quorum. And again, once again, thank you all for joining us. And for those of you that are watching us on Facebook Live, thank you. We're going to skip down to item number 3, the approval of the agenda. I know that folks have had time to look over the agenda. Is there any issues or anything with the agenda that you'd like to discuss?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, we'll go down to item number 6, the financial statement as written, and we'll have our finance director, our assistant city administrator, Mr. Bradley Smith.
Thank you, Eric.
What is yours, sir?
So you have in front of you the financial highlights as of July 31st, 2026. This is going to be the first month of our new fiscal year. You'll note some, rather large expenditures here in the first part of the year. That's where our prepaids turn over for the year. For example, we prepay all of the city's liability insurance all up front. So that expense gets recorded right at the kickoff of July. So you'll see that $1 million spent in the first month. Don't get too jumped up about that. It's just when you have to use accrual accounting, that's just how the things work sometimes. So nothing to be too stressed about there. But again, you'll see the ideal remaining percentages all the way across are looking good. Again, water and sewer, same issue. It's just the entire year's liability insurance is recorded in July, just the way the accrual accounting works, because we actually make that payment back in May of this year. But other than that, again, we're early in the year, but nothing that needs to be reported as of right now. We're looking good. Any questions related to the financial statement?
No, sir.
Awesome.
I don't believe so. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, item number 7 is service awards. We'll cover that during the regular session meeting, and we got quite a few to give out this month. Item number 8, the employee of the month. Again, we'll cover that during the regular session. Number 9, the Vietnam Veterans Recognition. Always my favorite part of the meeting. We'll do that during the regular session, as well as number 10, the Business Spotlight. And then items 11, 12, and 13 are discussions to recognize citizens at the next council meeting brought forth by myself, Councilwoman Miss Jacqueline Rivera-Player, and Councilwoman Simpkins. We'll discuss that during the regular meeting. Along with item 14, the City of Grovetown, the holiday observance schedule, which will be brought up by our human resources. But what we will discuss, item 15, the discussion to appoint an ad hoc committee to review the sign ordinance and Appendix A of our zoning ordinance, customary home occupation. And I'm going to have turn the floor over to Miss Elaine Matthews. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Thank you,
I'm
Mayor
sorry,
Pro
good
Tem.
evening.
Thank you. Greetings to all of you. Hello. We have 2 issues of which I think would require the study of a committee. Both are items that pertain to the Planning and Zoning Department. The first is an issue from Billy L. Taylor Jr., who is a barbershop owner here in Grovetown, and at the meeting on July 13th, Mr. Taylor asked to speak before the council, and he stated that he would like for us to study the use of feather flags. They are prohibited under the ordinance as it is right now, the sign ordinance. A copy is in your packet. But for us to go through the process, we would have to create a committee to study the need for feather flags, and then the committee would make a recommendation back to the mayor and council at a meeting. So that's the first piece of this, first matter. The second matter is a situation where we have observed that concerns home occupations. And we're having a problem in that people are using garages and other appurtenances to their residence to conduct businesses. And under the ordinance, that's really not allowed. And there needs to be a clear and concise ordinance that describes where the business may be held, and talk about parking, because some of the in-home businesses are attracting a lot of customers, and they're having a parking issue in some areas. And also, as the example that I gave you here, in this particular scenario, where snakes were being kept and bred. They did not have a home occupation license, but they were using a garage to do this. The garage caught on fire, and our firefighters responded to that call. And the snakes were, some of them were unloosed by the situation with the fire. And so that particular thing is not addressed in our ordinance. So if people are keeping animals of that nature, I think that does need to be addressed. So I would recommend during the regular meeting that you appoint a committee to study these two items that would come under the Division of Planning, Zoning, and Community Services. Any questions?
Well, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I'm presuming that with the approval of the agenda, we need to approve it with a revision, because this particular item only includes the one issue where, in fact, we're going to be discussing two issues from what the, I believe it only mentions the home occupations. It doesn't mention the feather flags,
Sign ordinance.
the sign ordinance,
Yeah,
right?
it does mention the sign ordinance.
Yes, sir. It says discussion to
Appoint an ad
appoint.
hoc committee to review sign ordinance and,
I'm sorry. I missed that.
That's okay.
I jumped right down to the customary home occupations.
That's okay.
My apologies.
That's okay. That's quite all right.
Yeah, getting ahead of myself.
so, any questions for Ms. Elaine?
Not me.
So, well, Richard, this falls under your department. I'd like to ask that you'd be on this committee. Would you,
Yes.
okay. And Miss Jacqueline, I'd like to have you on the committee also, since I know you have some strong feelings about it, and you looked up some of the other ordinances that other communities our size are doing and what their response is to feathered flags. So I'd like you to serve on that. And where's Jack? There he is. Yeah, you, sir, and Miss Elaine. Do we need anybody else? I think that's it.
No, sir,
The
that would be
four- Okay,
sufficient.
so the fourth. So there's our committee.
All right, thank you,
So,
sir.
No, thank you. All right, item 16, citizen comments. In the back on the table there are some forms that you can just fill out. It just says, please place your name and your address and your item for discussion, and then give it to the gentleman over there, the good-looking guy, Brian. I always say this, raise your hand. Yep, the good-looking guy over there. Give that to him at some point between now and the time we get to item 16, and then we'll read it out and let you come up and have your time at the podium to voice your concern, questions, or whatever it is. For those of you that are on Facebook Live, you can drop a comment on the social media page. I can't guarantee you that we will get to it this evening, but I can tell you that we look over all the comments. We will get those to the appropriate department, the appropriate department head, or the appropriate person that needs to answer that, and they will reach out to you and hopefully answer your questions. So, item 17, general business old. 17A is the recommend adoption of ordinance 2025-05-01 Bravo to adopt the 2025-2026 amended annual balanced budget. And this is our second reading. And once again, we welcome Mr. Bradley Smith.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. This is our second reading for the amended annual budget. Remember, all budgets and budget amendments are required to be adopted by ordinance. So there are no changes since the first presentation regarding this. As you remember, the budget adjustments are listed. A lot of this had to do with the capital purchase related to the depot project, as well as the Harlem Grovetown Road paving project, which is a significant portion of the adjustments. A lot of the revenues that came in were prior year fund balance, but let's also remember that the depot project was funded previously in prior years. So we always anticipated prior year fund balance being used for that project. So there was no shocks when we went through that, but we wanted to make sure we captured all of it in this fiscal year of the prior fiscal year, 2025, 2026, because of course we have completed that project. But barring any questions, again, this is our second reading to make sure that this is fully adopted for the upcoming audits that will start in mid-October. Thank you very much.
Looks like no questions. Thank you, Bradley. Item number 17B, recommend adoption of ordinance 2026-07-01, which is the ordinance to amend Chapter 5, Article 1, Section 5-1 of the City Code to update references to state minimum standard building codes. And this is also a second reading, and this was brought forth by our Planning and Community Development Director, Mr. Jack Palmer. Sir, the floor
Good
is
evening,
yours.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem and council members. As the Mayor Pro Tem stated, this is the second reading. This is mainly a housekeeping ordinance. Georgia code requires us to adopt the current codes for building codes and such, and this ordinance does that, serves that purpose to adopt the current building codes.
Mr. Palmer,
Yes.
I didn't detect any, but can you confirm that there were no changes from the prior reading?
No, there was no changes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right, we'll go on to new business. Item 18, general business new. Item 18A, recommend approval of the 2027 City Council regular work session meeting dates. Once again, Ms. Elaine Matthews, our city administrator.
Yes, sir. Thank you. In your packet, you have a list of city council meetings for 2027, and we post these early so that people are aware of any changes. And of course, your regular meeting is the second Monday in the month. Starts work session at 6 o'clock and meetings at 6:30. There is one exception to that schedule, and that would be October 12th, which would fall on a Monday, and that is a holiday, city holiday. So typically what we would do there is refer that meeting to Tuesday, which would be October the 13th. Under work sessions, if needed, work sessions would begin at 6 p.m., and that would be the fourth Thursday of each month, with two exceptions. One exception is November 23rd, a date change due to a holiday, and the other is Tuesday, December 21st, also a change due to a holiday. So this information will be posted on our website and on the public information Facebook, so that people are aware of when the meetings are and of the changes that you all will approve tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, item 18B, recommend adoption of ordinance 2026-08-01, ordinance to annex property under the 100% method, plus or minus 4.053 acres at 770 Chamberlain Road, parcel number 062060. This is the first reading by the Planning and Development Community Director, Jack Palmer.
Good evening again. The Planning Commission voted to recommend approval of the annexation and rezoning from RA Residential Agriculture Columbia County to R1 Residential for 770 Chamberlain Road, parcel number 062060, with the following conditions. And I'm not going to read all of those out. I do want to make one housekeeping note on here. On item number 11, I mistakenly included and installing a cul-de-sac hammerhead that meets IFC standards at the existing Pine Tree Street dead end. That was a error on my part. That shouldn't have been in there, and the ordinance that if this passes, the ordinance that will be signed has that correction. That verbiage has been taken out. The applicant and owner is Miss Mary McMahon Milford, executrix of the estate of Mr. Cleveland McMahon, and she is represented by Mr. Judd Conkle, who is in the audience tonight. So if you have any questions of Mr. Conkle, he is available to answer those questions. The subject parcel is located at 770 Chamberlain Road. The parcel number is 062060. The The subject property is plus or minus 4.053 acres in the area, and is in Columbia County's jurisdiction at this time. The entire parcel has approximately 371 feet of road frontage along Wrightsboro Road and 490 feet of road frontage along Chamberlain Road. Now, there's another housekeeping thing I need to bring to your attention in the rezoning application. Because of the of legal aspects, when that property was deeded, that road was named Appling Grovetown Road. And because it was never changed in the deed, we have to present it as such. Even though it is Wrightsboro Road now, it was in 1962 when it was deeded, it was called Appling Grovetown Road. So that's where that little, not error, but misconception may come in, you know, why are we calling it Appling Grovetown when it's actually Wrightsboro? Because of the legalities, and I've had that discussion with the city attorney. He cannot change that deed language. Now, if they had come back and replatted or done something with that property after the road name was changed, that would have reflected that.
Yeah, Jack and I had this discussion already because I saw that in there and I thought it was an error that it said Appling Grovetown Road. Mr. Doobie, that property is, once it's sold, which means there is a deed change, I just wanted to say at that point, it can then be recorded with the correct street name, is that right?
It all depends. And again, we're talking about the legal description as it's contained on the current deed for the property.
No,
And that's the one that goes back to the 60s. But if they don't replat it and record a new plat and, you know, when they transfer it, have a new property description, that legal description carries forward.
no, that's what I'm saying, is that if it does change hands and a new deed has to be issued, then it can be issued with the correct
Only
terminology.
if there's a new plat of some sort.
Only, it has to be a plat.
Correct, because the deed's gonna take the same exact language I did, that I put into the ordinances.
So it does take a plat in order for it to be properly named.
That's correct. There's gotta be a new description.
Got you.
And again, that deed call is in multiple deeds coming forward from the 60s.
Yeah,
And, you know, it's in the most current two deeds that I used as my guides.
yeah, because I caught that right away, because I kept thinking, I thought I knew where that property
Yeah,
was.
Jack
and
had
then-
told me, because it is confusing, and he
Yeah.
said, do we change it? I said, no, you can't.
Yeah,
What's in that deed is what controls.
yeah. No, I get it from a legal perspective. And then also, Mr. Palmer, can you explain why we're taking out the language describing the cul-de-sac or the hammerhead? Isn't it necessary for there to be a turnaround for a fire truck?
That well, I can get into that during the rezoning ordinance discussion if you would like.
Okay.
But I believe that Ms. Simpkins had a question of the attorney.
I just wanted to ask, before the sale of the property, can it be renamed, the plat be renamed then, before the sale? Or
Now,
is
the
it
only way
just-
they're gonna do a new plat is when the property changes hands, and they're either gonna try to subdivide it or do something else with it that may change the size. So that's when they would replat, but that replatting won't take place right now because that deed is still good, and they're just converting, or conveying what the landowner currently has, which is that description. This happens all the time. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's confusing, but not a big deal.
Thank you. That was gonna be my next question. Is that common? Is that a common practice? So you've already answered that. Thank you.
You were starting to answer my question about the
Yeah, I mean,
fire turnaround.
Well, are we ready to move to the?
So let's move down to item 18C so we can discuss this. Recommend adoption of ordinance 2026-08-02, ordinance to rezone 770 Chamberlain Road, parcel number 062060 from RA Residential Agriculture, which is Columbia County zoning, to R1 Residential, first reading.
Yes, sir. This is the rezoning. The current property owners, when they came in for the annexation application, I asked them specifically if they wanted to rezone that. If they didn't, it was going to automatically revert to the R1 zoning, which is our minimum zoning requirement. And they indicated to me at that time they had no desire to rezone it. They wanted to leave it as R1, and they also have no desire to develop that property. This is basically, they feel that if this property is annexed into the city, it is more desirable for a future buyer. But as far as your question about the Hammerhead, that was a mistake on my part from a previous case analysis that I had done for the Pine Street, Tree Street project. And I failed to remove that verbiage from that item number 11 that talked about the Hammerhead and the cul-de-sac. Now, if a developer comes in there, they will be held to the our zoning standards. And we will definitely get the fire department's input on that as far as how do fire trucks enter and exit the property and so on and so forth. But that was completely an error on my part, leaving that verbiage in there.
I appreciate you clarifying that. I just didn't want anybody here in the room or listening online to perhaps be confused that we were leaving out a consideration for the appropriate fire requirements. And I thank you for clarifying that.
Yes, sir. And again, Mr. Judd Conkle is available. He's here in the audience if you all would want to ask him any questions.
Again, thank you. I understood what you were saying, but I just wanted to make sure that someone didn't hear a portion of that and thinking that you were somehow leaving out or suggesting that
Right.
we shouldn't provide the appropriate fire code
Right.
requirements.
I fully understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item 18D, recommend adoption of Resolution 2026-08-03, resolution to declare an item of surplus property. Once again, Mr. Bradley Smith.
Yes, sir. Thank you again. Tonight in front of you, council, I'm just asking you to surplus a 2019 F-250. Needs a new engine. Quite frankly, that's enough right there. That's not worth putting a new engine in a vehicle that's not that valuable. I will say it's got 106,000 miles on it, so we've gotten the use out of it. Again, we don't put easy miles on our work vehicles, so this one is nearly 7 years old. So again, asking you to surplus it. I also believe that David and his team have already started to cannibalize it, so there's not going to be much left for us to sell once it gets done anyway. So that's always our goal, is to use as much as we can, and by the time we get done with it, it's typically scrap metal. So that's what I'm asking you to approve for us tonight. So,
Just to double check with you, Mr. Bradley.
yes, ma'am?
The estimate cost of repairs is 8,200, right?
Yes, ma'am?
The book value, it looks like 1,800. Is 1,800 or is 800?
800. I don't know why that comma's there.
Yeah, it looks like one
Mm.
beside the 8. Okay, thank you for your
Yes, ma'am.
answer.
Not a problem.
Any other
Yep.
questions?
No.
All right,
very
once we do that, we'll move on to director's reports, and that'll finalize our meeting. So we got about 6 minutes before we start. Anybody have any final comments or questions, concerns?
No.
All right, so at this time, we'll adjourn. We'll reconvene back at 6:30. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the August 10th Grovetown City Council meeting. This is our regular council meeting that'll start here momentarily. I want to thank you all for being here. For those of you that are joining us on Facebook Live, thank you very much. With that, I will announce that we have a quorum, and I'll call the meeting to order. First bit of business is the invocation given by Councilwoman Veronica Simpkins, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you all rise with me.
Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this meeting, this gathering today in this meeting. Lord, we just thank you for all that are in the audience and all that are live, Lord. We just want you to stretch out your hand, Lord, and touch our nation, Lord. Touch those that are ill, Lord. Touch everyone that is going through in this world. And Lord, we just want to say thank you for all you have done. We thank you for your grace. We thank you for your mercy. We just thank you for everything, Lord. And we want to give you all the glory and the honor and the praise. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. All right, before we get started, during part of our council meeting, we have citizens' comments. On the back table there are some sheets of paper. If you desire to speak before the council, have any questions or any comments, anything you want to say, I encourage you to go back, fill one of those out and give it to Brian. Brian, the good-looking guy over there. Raise your hand, Brian. Brian, good-looking guy over there. And then he'll bring up here, and then when we get, I think it's item 16, when we get to that point of the council meeting, we'll call you up and you can address your concerns to the council. For those of you that are on Facebook Live, if you have any questions or comments, I ask you that you just drop them into the social media platform. I can't guarantee you that we will get to them this evening. However, I can assure you that we will get them to the right director, the right department, the right person to address your issue, challenge, questions, comments, and they will reach back out to you here in the next couple days should you desire to drop any comments in there. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Mr.
ahead.
Mayor Pro Tem, I second that motion.
All right, we have a first and a second. Is there any discussion? All right, all in favor, please signify by your vote. All right, unanimously. All right, item number 4, approval of the July 13th, 2026 regular meeting minutes.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I want to make a motion that we approve the July 13th regular minutes.
All right, thank you. Do we have a second?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second the motion.
All right, here in the first and the second, do we have any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, please cast your vote. All right, motion passes. All right, item number 5, the committee reports. We'll start with public safety. So I will do the public safety. Stand by. So good evening to everybody once again. It's in the audience. Good evening to everybody watching us on Facebook Live and to my fellow council members. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased to present this month's public safety report. It's covering the last 30 days that Grovetown Fire Department and Grovetown Fire and Rescue about their activities. We'll start with the police department. For the month of July, the call volume was 3,719 calls, which brings the year-to-date calls total to 27,261. So that's 7 months worth of calls. Last year, we had just slightly more than 28,000. So in 7 months, we've almost hit what the calls we've had in 2025. So that's pretty amazing. Or surpassing? Okay, wow. So during this last 30 days, Grovetown Police Department arrested 47, they made 47 arrests, and they included everything from DUIs to theft to family violence, drug possessions, identity theft, obstruction, disorderly conduct, and some various driving, driving with a suspended or revoked license, as well as holds for individuals that were wanted by other law enforcement agencies. Our CID received 17 new cases, and they closed 13. And hats off to our CID folks because they responded to a death investigation. And they also identified a nuisance property we've had some issues with. We have forwarded that to the district attorneys for further action. You hear me talk quite extensively about the ICAC and our officers involved in the stopping the trafficking of our young children. And we recently held Operation Foul Play. We had quite a few hits on that. They got some folks, and I'm happy to report that 2 of the offenders that were caught under the Operation Foul Play were just sentenced here over the last 30 days, and between the 2 of them, they got 45 years in prison through the Columbia County Superior Court. So appreciate the hard work there, Chief, on behalf of all the officers, the investigators, the prosecutors, and all the partner agencies that played a part in that. Thank you so much. We have 2 K-9 teams, K-9 Banner and K-9 Boris, and they were busy this month. They had over 100 traffic stops, issued 99 warnings, had 53 citations. Their team and their handler, they made 10 arrests. They participated in some felony drug investigations. They were deployed 9 times. They did a successful track-related capture, and they were also involved in a search for a suspect, and our K-9s actually found the suspect, which led to their arrest. One of our teams, K-9 Boris, and his handler, Sergeant Brittany Nelson, they successfully completed the recertification in apprehension, tracking, building searches, and narcotics detection. So congratulations, Boris, and thank you, Sergeant Nelson. Our officers participated in a lot of training. They did their TASER recertification, the field training, officer training, supervisory training. They attended a 2026 legislative update, so they know what's going on with all the new legislations as it comes out as it pertains to public safety officers. Sergeant Esguardio, Christian, he got his post credentials for being a certified FTO, as a field training officer. So congratulations, Christian. And one of our records clerks, Samantha Clegg, she got terminal agency coordinator course. She's graduated from that. So thank you, Samantha. Our police department, our chief, he also is the regional coordinator for the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, and they supported the network meeting this month. Our police department also supported the they held the National Night Out Back to School Bash. Major Eastman back there, he's trying to hide. Major Eastman, please stand up. This man deserves a hand. He's the guy that's put this together for, I can't tell you how many years. So thank you so very much, sir. I mean, I can't tell you how many kids came and got school supplies and hot dogs and hamburgers, and kids got some haircuts. We're going to hear about that later, and got some snow cones and just all kind of good stuff. So, and thanks to the Leisure and Rec Department for helping and making the event a success. So I'm going to switch gears, go to the fire department. So call volume for this month, our fire department responded to 57 fires, 66 calls for rescue and EMS for a total of 123 calls. They were also just as busy as our police department when it came to training. They were doing hose deployment, advanced attack lines, some forcible entry, firefighter bailout procedures, did some aerial operations, personal protective equipment, high-rise hose pack preparation, hostile environmental escape. You would think we wouldn't have to do that, but you wouldn't believe that there are times where you go in as a firefighter and they are not welcome, and people make them feel not welcome. They also participated in some training for firefighter removal in case one of their teammates is in a life-threatening situation. All of our shifts trained in the new Wellstar Columbia County Medical Center. They trained there at the new location. Also, the departments participated in active shooter exercise alongside Columbia County Fire and Rescue, the Columbia County Sheriff's Office, and Gold Cross EMS. And why is this important? Because if there's ever actual active shooter at somewhere, these agencies have to be prepared to respond and operate cohesively together. So thank you, Chief, for doing that. I'm happy to report I got to post some pictures. We received our new fire engine here. And so we're going to post some pictures. We're busy getting it outfitted. So be on the lookout for that. We're excited that we got that. Our fire and rescue is also, they began their annual hydrant testing and flushing program. They've done about 100 fire hydrants so far, and they're going to continue to do that for the foreseeable future, testing all the fire hydrants around the city of Grovetown. Fire Marshal Donahue, he updated 19 pre-plans, conducted 19 fire inspections, and so he's been very busy also. And I'm pleased to report that Chief Kent, our Fire Marshal Donahue, and our Medical Officer McAvoy, they successfully passed their FAA Part 107 Remote Pilot Certification Exam. So now we're going to get them a drone too. So you guys can have a drone and use it for firefighting operations, rescue, and wherever we need to do it. So congratulations on that. So looking forward to that. And so I want to thank Chief Kitchens, Chief Kent, every member of the Grovetown Police Department, every member of the Grovetown Fire and Rescue, and there's a lot of them here. So folks, we are safe here tonight. We're probably some of the best guarded citizens here in Grovetown right now. You guys are training for the emergencies that we hope as citizens never ever happen, but we know that if they do, that you all are prepared to address them. So this concludes my public safety report as it applies to Grovetown. I got two other announcements I want to make. This Thursday, up by Concerned Women at 114 East Robinson Avenue, starting at 9 o'clock, the Columbia County Department of Health mobile unit's going to be here. They set up every second Thursday at that location, and they do things such as health screening. They'll do physicals. They do some immunizations. They do a lot of women's health services to include testings for STIs. If you need assistance with WIC, they're there to help you. They're there to help you with any issues that you may have with your child health support. So they're there. This is a great opportunity for folks that may not be able to get to a regular doctor, a regular hospital. It's right up the road there. So please take advantage of it. If you have insurance, great. If not, they're not going to turn you away. And so I encourage everyone to please help spread the word to your family, friends, and neighbors that that resource is there, and that please use it. And I just want to give council a quick update. You know, back on July 13th, there was a truck that got hit out there by the railroad. You know, it was one of the most, I mean, it was, what, fifth or sixth one there in the last couple months. We have sent a letter to CSX, that letter that you all had seen. I signed it, and we sent it last week to the CSX. So we're waiting to hear back from them. So folks understand here, and this is so our residents understand. That railroad crossing falls under CSX's authority. We just can't go in there and do anything we want to it. But we've asked CSX to meet with our public works guys to discuss that and possibly look at some improvements or to provide some additional warning signs and safety measures for that railroad crossing. So as we get updates, we'll continue to let the council and our citizens know. So Pending any questions or comments, that's all I have, and I'll be followed by utility billing and utility services. Ms. Veronica Simpkins.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem, again, and council, and all those that are in the audience and Facebook Live. And your utility service report as follows. The Water Department completed 151 trash can service orders, performed 509 other service orders, performed 53 water meter histories, repaired 15 water leaks, 6 new water meters were installed, and 14 meters were replaced. Stormwater Department cut and cleaned 10 retention ponds this month, cleaned 5 ditches and replaced 4 stormwater pipes, assisted water and wastewater departments on 17 occasions. Wastewater cleaned 1 sewer line, assisted other departments on 19 occasions, spent 25 hours cutting grass and for various locations around the city. Wastewater treatment plant discharged 34.52 million gallons of treated water to Butler Creek, used 32.9% of the plant's capacity, operating with 3 of 4 basins because the extra capacity is not needed. And this saves electricity and equipment wear. Thank you so much for thinking about that. Operated the plant in 1 day on generator power and saved approximately $3,500 in power usage. Sent 10 sludge dumpsters to the landfill, and the equipment availability was at 92%. And I wanted to thank all departments, especially Mr. Keith, for always keeping me on my toes and keeping me abreast through reporting and, if necessary, calls or emails. And I do appreciate that very much. And that concludes my report.
All right, thank you. Next will be Planning and Development Committee report given by Councilman Richard Bowman.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. Planning and Development. As it relates to the development side of the house, there were 130 building inspections performed. There were 12 certificates of occupancy. 6 new business licenses were issued. We always look forward to that, Jack. And 28 building permits were issued. On the other side of the house, the code enforcement side, there were 36 overgrown vegetation cases that had to be addressed. There were 27 signs that had to be removed from right-of-ways. And as I always do at our meetings, I always encourage our citizens to remain aware that when you place signs out in front of your property, that you make sure that they are, if you want to keep them, that you make sure that they are not in the right-of-way. If they are in the right-of-way, by law, we have the right to remove them. So please be cognizant of that. It doesn't say that you cannot have a sign in front of your property, but it cannot be in the right-of-way, and I always try to mention that. So I'll repeat myself one more time at a monthly meeting. There were 30 trash can violations that needed to be addressed. There were 4 inoperative vehicle cases. Please do make sure that that you don't have inoperative vehicles sitting in the inappropriate places. There was one banner violation. There were 3 business license checks in order to verify that the licenses existed. If you are operating a business, please do make sure, number 1, that you do have a properly issued license, and to make sure that it is current and it has not expired. There were 32 bulk waste cases that had to be addressed. The fact that we have the bulk waste pickups is a real service that a lot of communities don't have. We really do, again, I know that I say this perhaps at every meeting, but please follow the rules as it relates to putting that bulk waste out. Don't have it sitting out in advance of your expected pickup date. Please do follow the rules. There were 5 property maintenance cases. We fortunately had no construction permit checks, so that seemed to have remained in proper order this month. There were 6 civil matters that had to be addressed. There were 54 citizen contacts that the department had to address and to resolve issues. Fortunately, no parking violation cases this month. We had 2 obstruction of right-of-way cases, not signs in the right-of-way, but actually obstructions of right-of-way cases. And then finally, no animal nuisance violations this past month, so there were no citations issued. I would like to encourage, because we want our community to remain beautiful and clean, as it relates to waste, as it relates to trash cans, as it relates to vegetation of being overgrown, all those things. I do encourage everyone to try to follow along, not because you're violating an ordinance, but simply because of pride in our community and our neighborhoods. I'd ask and encourage you to please do that. Likewise, I want to encourage citizens, if you witness or see violations, I understand that all of us don't like to be tattletales, if you will, but certainly if there is a violation, it needs to be addressed, and I can assure you that Jack's code enforcement officers are standing, waiting to address those violations so that we can continue to have not that we aren't proud of our community, but to continue to have it to remain clean and visually complimentary. With that said, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I am done with my report.
Thank you. Any questions? No? All right, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, and we'll go to General Services. Jackie.
Good evening, everyone in the chambers and the one who's joined us through Facebook Live. My departments are General Services, and General Services are 4 different departments. And our July report is the following. It's as follows. Streets and Sanitation, they pick up 183 bags of litter were removed from city streets and sidewalks. 176.26 tons of bulk and yard waste were collected during the month of July. 28 service orders were completed for July. 29 bulk trash yard waste violation tags were issued for the month of June, turning 7 over to code enforcement for non-compliance. 57 citizens calls for the month of July. 10.20 tons of waste debris were collected from city streets using the Elgin sweeper. The right-of-way sign technician has been performing speed studies in different neighborhoods to determine need for speed humps. Those are Harlem Grovetown Road, East Robinson Avenue, Williams Street, Haynes Drive, North Lake Subdivision, Newmantown Road, Dorn Street, West Robinson Avenue, non-qualified currently, the West Robinson Avenue. New sign has been ordered for various locations within city limits. This project will start in approximately 5 weeks and will take a few weeks to be completed. Leisure and Recreation Department on Liberty Park Community Center. Total hours, field, and facilities used 219. They have new 30 contracts. They have contracts return with payment 23, and they have new 6 gym memberships. The Grovetown Depot, the total hours facility use was 60. New contracts 8, contracts return with payment 14. Landscape team. The landscape team work on keeping our beautiful landscapes full and colorful. Repaired several irrigation systems and added chemical for weed and insect control. The third general service department is facility maintenance. On that one, we have 68 work orders completed for different facilities throughout the city for the month of July. Our fourth department is fleet maintenance, and they repair 70 vehicles for the month of July. Also, we want to let you know our 2026 upcoming events. The first one is going to be on Saturday, August the 22nd, from 6 to 9. That's going to be the Downtown Jam Food Truck event located at 113 East Robinson Avenue. The next one is going to be on September the 26th, from 3 to 8. That's going to be Saturday too. That's going to be the Grovetown Latin Fest, and it's going to be located at City Hall, 103 Old Reedsboro Road. Also, I would like to thank Mr. David for the great job that you and your crew are doing for our community. This concludes my general service report for the month of July.
Thank you. Any questions, comments? All right, thank you. All right, item number 6, I'll entertain a motion that we accept the financial statement as presented by our financial director and assistant city administrator, Mr. Bradley Smith.
Mr. Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I would make a motion to approve the financial statement.
All right, we have a first, we have a second.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second that motion.
All right, we're hearing the first and the second. Do we have any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, please cast your votes. All right, thank you, motion passes. Let me back up one step. I noticed that we missed a committee, administration. We're going to cover that during director's reports, and Ms. Elaine Matthews will give that. So, sorry about that. I didn't. All right, but we're going to move on to you now. Item number 7, service awards. We got quite a few of them this evening, so come on up.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. We do have several tonight, representing a lot of years of service. And first, I would call Harrison Warren forward. Harrison is being awarded his 5-year pin. So this is his certificate of appreciation awarded to Harrison Warren. You are hereby recognized by the mayor and council members of the city of Grovetown for your faithful service to our citizens of a city for 5 years. This certificate and pin are tokens of our appreciation for your dedication to making our city the best it can be. We can never thank you enough for your loyalty and hope to have you as a valued team member for many more years to come. Signed, sealed, and delivered today by Eric Blair, Mayor Pro Tem. And this is your 5-year pin. I want to get your co-workers up here with you as well. Congratulations. These guys always come out to support each other, so we're glad to have them here tonight.
Yeah, move back a little bit.
We got it. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you. Congratulations. That's teamwork, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, this next certificate of appreciation goes to Sean Stanley Jr. Sean, if you'll come up with your team. Sean, this is your certificate of appreciation awarded to you, Sean Stanley Jr. You are hereby recognized by the mayor and council members of the city of Grovetown for your faithful service to the citizens of our city for the past 5 years. This certificate and pen are tokens of our appreciation for your dedication to making the city the best it can be. We can never thank you enough for your loyalty and hope to have you as a valued team member for many more years to come. Signed, sealed, and delivered this 10th day of August, 2026. Eric Blair, Mayor Pro Tem. Congratulations. Come on, right up here. There you go.
One, two, three. Congrats.
Now we move up to 10 years. Jack, will you come forward and receive this one for Joanne? Joanne Murdoch could not be here tonight, and she is being recognized for a 10-year award. This is her director, Jack. We're going to present it to you, and you can present it to Joanne in the morning. You're hereby recognized by the mayor and council members of the city of Grovetown for your faithful service to our citizens for the past 10 years. This certificate and pen are tokens of our appreciation for your dedication to making our city the best it can be. We can never thank you enough for your loyalty and hope to have you as a valued team member for many more years to come. Signed, sealed, and delivered this day, 10th of August, 2026. Eric W. Blair, Mayor Pro Tem, and a 10-year pen is attached. If you will give Joanne our congratulations.
I just want to say that not only is Joanne our permit tech that handles builders and developers and all that stuff, she's my right-hand gal, and I wouldn't know what to do without her.
And this pen goes to a person who has been here for 25 years. I remember when he was a little fella in grammar school. So Mike Woods, if you and your family would come forward, and your department head. Y'all come on. Rose, come on. This is Mike's mom and dad, who are lifelong friends of mine, and his wife, Rose. You are hereby recognized by the mayor and council members of the city of Grovetown for your faithful service to the citizens of our city for the past 25 years. This certificate and pen are tokens of our appreciation for your dedication to making our city the best it can be. We can never thank you enough for your loyalty and hope to have you as a valued team member for many more years to come. Signed, sealed, and delivered to you this 10th day of August 2026, Eric W. Blair, Mayor Pro Tem. And there's your 25-year pen. Congratulations.
One, two, three. Thank you. Congrats.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Don't sit down there just yet there, man. We got Employee of the Month. Yeah.
Okay. Business Spotlight, if the members of...
No, Employee of the Month.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped to the next one, didn't I? I got too many awards to give away today. Okay, Employee of the Month for July 2026, and I'll get all the fire department back up here one more time. A member of their group is being awarded tonight. This goes to Phil Donahue. Thank you for your outstanding service to the citizens of Grovetown, and we thank you. Come on. Thank you, Phil.
Don't be shy.
I'd just like to say, since the inception of the fire marshal's office, Phil has done a tremendous job going to all the businesses, and he's been very received by the businesses, that he's there to help them to become safer. And it's been a good relationship between the businesses and the fire marshal, so he's done an outstanding job, and we wanted to recognize him this month because of that.
This is awarded to you, Employee of the Month for July 2026 for your outstanding service to the citizens, and you have a gift card on the back. Congratulations. You wanna say something?
Back it up. 1, 2, 3. Congrats.
Phil, do you want to say something? Okay.
All right, now we come to my favorite part of the council meeting. Item number 9, our Vietnam Veterans Recognition. And I'm going to turn the floor over to Councilmember Richard Bowman. Sir, floor is yours.
If Chief Warrant Officer Teets would join me here at the microphone. And after she takes pictures, we're going to have your wife join us here as well a little bit.
She's not my wife, but it's a very close friend.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to cause trouble for this gentleman.
I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
Well, the first thing I want to do after screwing that up is on behalf of the Mayor Pro Tem and the members of this council, we just want to say, welcome home, soldier. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Ronald David Teets enlisted with our country's armed forces on February 1st, 1957, at just 17 years old. Enlisting with the U.S. Air Force, he served for 10 years before transferring to the United States Army in 1967. Operating as a warrant officer, he served in Vietnam from 1968 to 1969, assigned to the 101st Airborne Division. He also served as a high-speed Morse intercept operator and cryptographic technician and was assigned to duty in Japan, the Republic of Korea, the Philippines, Guam, Panama, Turkey, and Greenland. With over 29 years of service, he retired on November 30th, 1986. Immediately following that retirement, he became a Department of Army civilian employee in Korea and served in that position for 22 years as a telecommunications manager. In 2009, he finally retired with a total of 52 years of service to this nation. As a result of his service, he has received the following awards and commendations: the National Defense Service Medal, Vietnam Service Medal, 4 campaigns, the Vietnam Campaign Medal, Vietnam Cross of Gallantry with Palm, 2 Overseas Service Bars, Bronze Star Medal, Meritorious Service Medal, Army Commendation Medal with 1 oak leaf cluster, Army Service Ribbon, 3 Overseas Service Ribbons, 2 Air Force Good Conduct Medals, Air Force Intelligence Support Activity Medal with 1 bronze oak leaf cluster, Small Arms Expert Marksman Ribbon and sharpshooter. Not very much honor this man has been awarded. For that, sir, the City of Grovetown is honored to recognize you, Chief Warrant Officer Teets, for your stellar service to our nation, and we thank you for your dedication to protecting and defending this nation. You are a true hero. Thank you, sir. If you would like to say something, this is for you.
Just a few words.
You know, you take your time.
This kindly gentleman referred to me as a hero. I was never a hero. I was a professional soldier. A professional soldier goes to the fight. The fight was in Vietnam, and that's where I went. I did what I had to do, and I returned back to continue to serve, and finally retired in 2009. And I gotta tell you, the real reason I retired, I was 70 years old, I was on Medicare, I was drawing Social Security, and I was running 3 miles every morning with the young soldiers. I got up one morning and I couldn't run the 3 miles. So I submitted for my retirement, and I did retire in 2009. My wife was a civilian employee in Hawaii, so I went to Hawaii for 10 more years. I returned back here in Georgia in 2019 after serving 42 years overseas. That was a long time. I missed the Georgia cooking. But again, I was simply a soldier. Thank you. If you're going to take a picture, I would really appreciate, we have a lot of more soldiers standing here. If they would come forward and take the picture with me.
This is your night. You invite as many people as you'd like
All you
to
people,
share.
VFW Post 6445, Harlem, Georgia. These men are all combat veterans. Will you come forward, please? And this young lady you referred to as my wife also served in the United States Army.
My apologies.
That's okay.
Y'all wanna
If
come around
any
the front?
explaining is necessary when you get home, I'd be, you know, I am welcome to, if she needs to call.
This is our VFW state commander, and Mr. Teets is his chief of staff, so he's still serving.
Still serving.
I'm still not.
Come to the front here. Let me get you right up front. Everybody come around the podium. Yes, sir. Sit down. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, item number 10, our business spotlight. Ms. Matthews, once again.
Now I'm in the right place at the right time. Okay, we are, have the spotlight on El Gringo Mexican Restaurant located at 313 East Robinson Avenue. If they would please come forward. You by yourself tonight? Okay. They came in, it's been a couple of years ago now, Mr. Johns, and applied for a permit to put a restaurant there where another restaurant had been. And I don't know if you visited them or not. If you haven't, you need to go try their food. It's great.
Shredded chicken burrito.
El Gringo Mexican Restaurant, located at 313 East Robinson Avenue in Grovetown, has been serving our citizens almost 2.5 years now. Originally opened in March of 2024, they offer authentic Mexican cuisine and quickly became a favorite lunch and dinner spot for many in our community. In fact, city employees can often be found enjoying a quick lunch inside throughout the week. Known for Mexican staples like tacos, fajitas, carnitas, they also offer a variety of American fares such as wings, burgers, and even pizza. When you enter their establishment, you're always greeted with a smile and excellent customer service. The owners ensure a family-friendly environment where everyone is made to feel welcome. And with all the amazing options on their menu, if you don't have a smile on your face walking into El Gringo, you will surely leave with a smile on your face when you're walking out. We'd like to thank El Gringo Mexican Restaurant not only for choosing to do business in the city of Grovetown, but for keeping our citizens and our employees well-fed over these past 2 years. They are most certainly a favorite in the area, and we are proud to shine our business spotlight upon them for the month of August 2026. And this is Carmen Johns, and we are giving you this award on the 10th day of August, and we're proud that you're here, part of our community. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, item number 11, the discussion to recognize the citizen at our next council meeting. And we got a couple of these, and I'll go first. And I want, just so everybody understands, a couple years ago, the council, we were asked to recognize some folks. And what we decided to do was, if we're going to do a recognition citywide as the entire council, that we're going to have the meeting prior to discuss, and so we could know who it is that we were going to give an award to. If the individual council members want to give an award and sign a certificate, that's fine. But when it's coming from the city, our ordinance or our resolution says that it's brought before the council and we give a thumbs up prior to it being awarded. So that's why you're going to see this discussions, and then the actual presentations will be at a later on follow-on date, whether it's the next council meeting or subsequent council meeting. But the citizen I'd like to recognize tonight is council. I want to recommend that we recognize, we have a 16-year-old Grovetown resident. Her name is Sarah Beth Tate, and I'd like to recognize her at the next council meeting. She's 16 years old. She has earned a place in the Team USA Women's Youth National Goalball Team. Okay, and I'll explain what goalball is in just a second. But she's going to represent the United States at the Goalball Youth World Championships in Kazakhstan later on this year. So she's going there in November. Next month, she's also going to have the distinct honor of trying out for the USA Women's Goalball Paralympic team as it prepares for the Los Angeles 2028 Paralympic Games. This next week, I believe, I spoke to her mother last night. They're going to Colorado, where she is actually playing. She has been selected to play on not only the youth team, but she's been selected to play on the women's team. So she's going out to Colorado. They got a big event out there in Colorado next week that she's participating in. So why do I want to recognize her, and what is goalball? So goalball is a fast-paced, it's a Paralympic sport. It's created specifically for athletes who are blind or that are severely visually impaired. And what goalball is that there's a three-person team, and they wear eye shades, and they have a ball, kind of like a kickball. Remember when we were kids and they had the kickball? And there's bells in it, and that's how they know where the ball is, and they try to get the ball into the goal. So they have to like visualize in their head where the goal is. And so it requires tremendous skill, as you can imagine, some strength, some concentration, and a lot of teamwork, because there's three of you are on the team. So she's been playing this game, goal ball, since she was 10 years old, and she's worked incredibly hard over the past several years to reach this level. I mean, to be selected to be on the national championship team. And I think she's distinguished herself, and she's also been named an All-American. So I think this is an exceptional accomplishment for not only Sarah Beth, but also her family. And her entire community. And I think it's only fitting that we, as her hometown, we recognize her for her dedication, that we're also raising awareness to this remarkable sport. And let her know that Grovetown's proud to stand with her as she represents not only our country, but she's representing our city, not only on the national stage, but also on the international stage. So that is my recommendation. So I would like to hear what y'all's thoughts are.
Wow. That's my thought is,
Okay.
wow. I just have a question, Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned it's a three-person team, and just in trying to understand the sport. Now, is it a matter of that team working to score a goal? Is there an opposing team?
Yes, there's an opposing team,
There's an
yes.
opposing team,
Yes.
too. Yeah, you didn't mention that.
Oh,
and that's-
yeah.
So it's even more difficult.
Yes.
Right, right.
Yes.
I just wanted to be sure I understood how it worked.
So, okay, so I spoke to her parent, well, I spoke to her mother last night, and I was on email with her father this morning, and I told him to please tune in, that we would be discussing her. So it looks like we will recognize you, Sarah Beth. I know that you're busy next month, so hopefully, your mom said we could probably get you squeezed in, but if not next month, we'll do you, recognize you in October, whenever you have a free moment. So, Council, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And congratulations, Sarah Beth. And I told her that I'm going to share her story on my Facebook page. And there's a link that you can find out all about Goalball. And you can even help donate to her and her endeavor to go to Kazakhstan. So, and good luck with that. I hope you enjoy your trip, and thank you for everything you do, and thank you for representing Grovetown. So, item 12, discussion recognize a citizen, and that's Councilmember Jacqueline Rivera Player. Ma'am?
Well, good evening again. My recommendation for recognition is for the barbers and stylists that work or being in our National Night Out Back to School batch offering their service. So, dear Mayor Pro Tem and members of the City Council, it's my honor to recommend the following community members for formal recognition by the City Council in appreciation of their outstanding service and commitment to the youth and families of our community during the recent back-to-school batch. These dedicated professionals generously volunteer their time and talents to provide complimentary haircuts to students, helping them begin the school year with confidence, dignity, and pride. Their willingness to serve reflects the spirit of community partnership and demonstrates a sincere commitment to supporting our local families. The individuals recommended for recognition are from Jamie's Beauty Salon. There was two stylist barber, Jamie Parker, Marilyn Jump. The next one is the Barber Shop of Grovetown. There was 3 barbers and 1 stylist. They are Billy Taylor, Derek Burns, Antonio Rhodes, Rochelle McNear. They provide in those hours 72 haircuts in total to male and female students. Through their generosity and community-minded service, these 6 individuals made a meaningful impact on students preparing for the new school year at no cost. Their contributions help ensure that many children were able to start the academic year looking and feeling their best. Also, they was the last vendors to leave Liberty Park because of the long line of kids to get the haircuts. On behalf of the community, we respectfully request that the City Council recognize them for their exemplary service and dedication to the citizens of Grovetown. Thank you for your consideration of this recommendation. Chief Kitchen and Mayor Eastman are the one who's gonna do the citations, so we can give them their recognition next month. Thank you for your consideration for this recommendation. We look forward to celebrating these deserving community partners at the September City Council meeting. Thank you. Any questions?
No, I think it's a great idea. I know that, I heard those guys, they were busy from the time they got there till the time they left.
They
And I mean, their
was.
seats were filled with someone in there, so I think it's a great idea.
I'm good.
All right, good, good. All right, so that's a go. All right, item 13, Councilwoman Veronica Simpkins, you'd also like to recommend someone.
Yes, good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and all those present. Let me first start off to say, our children are our future. So that is a very important statement. I am proposing that we recommendation for and recognition for Ayana Hogan. I just wanted to say that she is a proud resident and a rising senior at Grovetown High School. Her outstanding accomplishments in athletics, academics, leadership, and service to our community. Ayana represented Grovetown High School here in the city of Grovetown and the Lane 4 Track Club at the AAU Junior Olympics in Des Moines, Iowa on August 3rd through the 8th. She is competed in the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, 4x400-meter relay, and the long jump. Ayana qualifications for AAU Junior Olympics is a tremendous accomplishment at AAU Georgia District Qualifier in Woodstock, Georgia. She placed first in the 4x400 relay, third in the 100-meter dash and long jump, and fifth in the 200-meter dash. She continues her success at the AAU Regional 8 qualifier, which brought together top athletes in Georgia and South Carolina. Ayana placed first in the 4x400 relay, third in both the 100-meter and the 200-meter dashes, and fourth in long jump. Ayana has also represented Grovetown and Lane 4 Track Club at the Adidas Nationals in Greensboro, North Carolina. Her accomplishment extends well beyond track. Ayana will enter her senior year at Grovetown High School this fall. She has been an active member of the school's JROTC program, where she has achieved the rank of second lieutenant. She recently completed her healthcare pathway at Grovetown High School, successfully passed her state exam for the Certified Medical Assistance credential. She is a busy young lady. Just think, for those of us that's been in school, it was already enough just being in school, but listen to just athletics, academics, and she's already planning for her future. Additionally, Ayana has qualified for the Georgia 6A State Track Meet finals twice in 3 years, missing 2025 due to her injury. But she got back up. She didn't just lay down in 2025 and say, I quit, I'm hurt, that's it. She got back on the horse, and look at where she is now in 2026, still qualifying. She is also an active member participating in her church at the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church. Ayana represents the very best of what people hope to see in young people: of Grovetown. Excellence, determination, leadership, academic achievement, discipline, and community involvement, well-rounded. Her accomplishments bring positive recognitions to our city, not just our city, but to her school, her parents, and just the surrounding community. And she is just inspiring and continues to inspire other youth. So she's just not thinking about herself, she's thinking about others. I respectfully request that Mayor Pro Tem and the City of Grovetown approve this recognition of Ayanna Hogan for her outstanding athletic accomplishments and her commitment to academic excellence and leadership and community service. It would be an honor if our city and our council can join me by just saying, hey, a job well done. And let me say, I know they're probably watching. Congratulations, Ayanna, and we wish you just the best in everything. But you know, hey, just keep going, keep pushing, and we look forward to continuing to see great things. And I thank you all so very much for allowing me to tell just a snippet. And I know it seemed long, but she has a long, I mean, I can go on and on about her. So, and I sent pictures of her with her medals. So hopefully we can get that up. And I thank you again, and that concludes my report, and I hope you all would join me.
All right. Sounds good? 3 thumbs up?
We good?
We good?
All right. So look forward to recognizing her at one of our meetings, and, you know, great young lady.
All righty. Well, thank you. Yeah, we had some wonderful stories there about everyone. That was just outstanding. Item 14, the 2027 City of Grovetown Holiday Observance Schedule. Human Resource Director, David Tolson.
Good afternoon. Each year, per the policy, we develop the schedule of the holiday observance dates. And attached is those dates, and this is not for a vote. This is coming out of policy and our practices, but this is for notification and publication purposes only. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have on the 2027 observant days for each holiday.
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, item 15 was the discussion to appoint an ad hoc committee to review our sign ordinance and our zoning ordinance for customary home occupation, and we did that during a working session. Both council members, Richard Bowman and Jacqueline Rivera Player, were assigned to that committee along with Mr. Jack Palmer and Elaine Matthews. All right, do we have any citizen comments?
We had one, but I took care of it. I explained to him that he wasn't here. Mr. Billy.
Okay, Billy Jack, okay. Yeah, I saw him come in, so, okay. Is there any on, Terry, were there any comments on Facebook? No? Okay, got it. All right. All right, item number 17A, recommend adoption of ordinance 2025-05-01 Bravo to adopt 2025-2026 amended annual balanced budget. This is the second reading. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-05-01B to adopt the 2025-2026 amended annual balanced budget, second reading.
All right, we have a first. Do we have a second?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second the motion.
All right, first and a second. Do we have any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, please cast your votes. All right. Thank you for your work on that, Bradley. Appreciate it. Item 17, Bravo, recommend adoption of ordinance 2026-07-01, ordinance to amend Chapter 5, Article 1, Section 5.1 of the City Code to update references to state minimum standard building codes. This is the second reading. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I recommend the adoption of ordinance 26-07-01, ordinance to amend Chapter 5, Article Number 1, Section 5.1 of the city's code to update references to state minimum standards, building codes, second reading.
All right, we have a first. Anybody want to hear her repeat that? Okay. But we have a first. Do we have a second?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I would second that.
All right, thank you, Richard. All right, first and a second, do we have any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, hearing none, please cast your votes. Okay, motion passes. All right, item 18, general business new, 18A. Recommend approval of the 2027 City Council regular and work session meetings dates as they were presented during the work sessions. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion to recommend approval of the 2027 City Council regular and work session meeting dates.
All right, we have a first, do we have a second?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second the motion.
All right, hearing the first and the second, is there any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, please cast your votes. All right, motion passes. Item 18B, recommend adoption of ordinance 2026-08-01. Ordinance to annex property under the 100% method plus or minus 4.053 acres at 770 Chamberlain Road, parcel number 062060. This was the first reading.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion rather to adopt, for the adoption of ordinance 2026-08-01, ordinance to annex property under the 100% method, 4.053 acres at 770 Chamberlain Road, also known as parcel number 062060, the first reading.
All right, we have a first, do we have a second?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second the motion.
All right, hearing the first and the second, do we have any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, please cast your votes. All right, motion passes. Item 18C, recommend adoption of ordinance 2026-08-02, ordinance to rezone 770 Chamberlain Road, parcel number 062060 from RA Residential Agriculture, Columbia County zoning, to R1 Residential. First reading.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion for the adoption of ordinance 2026-08-02, ordinance to rezone 770 Chamberlain Road, parcel number 062060 from RA Residential Agricultural Columbia County zoning to R1 Residential, first reading.
All right, we have first, do we have a second?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second the motion.
All right, hearing the first and the second, is there any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, please cast your votes. All right, motion passes. Item 18D, recommend adoption of resolution 2026-08-03, resolution to declare an item as surplus property. And that was the, go ahead.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion to recommend adoption of resolution 2026-08-03, resolution to declare an item as surplus property.
All right, hearing the first, do we have a second?
No
Mr.
second?
Mayor Pro Tem, I second the motion.
All right, first and a second, is there any discussion?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, please cast your votes. All right, motion passes. All right, item 19, we'll go into the director's reports. Is there anything from our city administrator, Ms. Elaine Matthews?
Yes, sir, quickly. We enjoyed our employee lunch last Friday and wanted to thank you all for the privilege of being able to do that for our employees. We had hamburgers, hot dogs, and some banana pudding, and enjoyed by all. Tomorrow at 10:30, we have a meeting with Columbia County offices regarding service delivery strategy, and that will be in the Commissioner's office in Evans. On August the 12th, we have an executive luncheon for the Chamber at the Columbia County Exhibition Center. Doors open at 11, and we've already enrolled 5 people to attend. So we'll have a good representation there. On August 22nd, downtown jam and food truck event, 6 to 9 at the courthouse, a live band. That's on Saturday, the 22nd. Wednesday, the 26th of August, the Depot Bingo for seniors. Registration already closed out. September the 10th, Thursday, Future Forward Chamber meeting, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Columbia County Exhibition Center, and you do need tickets for that. If you don't have them, we need to please go through Jordan and get you registered for that. September the 26th, Saturday, our very first Hispanic Latin Fest, and that'll be from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. at City Hall area. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anything from our city clerk? No, sir. The good-looking guy back there. Raise your. Nice jacket, by the way. I like your jacket. Anything from Human Resources? No, sir. All right. Finance. Bradley, you got anything else? Anything else? You good? Okay. Cool. General Services. Utility Services. Planning and Zoning. Anything from our police department? Anything from our fire department? Great showing tonight. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all coming out, supporting your teammates. Anything from our PIO? All right, now I would be remiss if I did not ask, do we have anything from our city attorney? All right. Any final comments, questions, concerns from council?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. Hopefully this has been informative. And at this time, I'd like, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting for tonight.
Do we have a second?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second the motion.
All right, all